Today, I'll continue the NHL draft tournament, and today we have the 2006 draft versus the 2019 draft. Also, I've changed the system a bit. Instead of just deciding which is better, I have three categories: forwards, defense, and goalies. For each category that draft wins, they get a point, and the draft with the most points at the end wins. So let's go. We'll start off with the forwards. The 2006 draft had many legendary forwards, like the greatest captain in Blackhawks history, Jonathan Toews, who scored 883 career points. It also had Claude Giroux, who scored 1,002 career points, Brad Marchand, who has scored 862, Nicholas Backstrom, who has scored 1,032 points, and even the NHL's Iron Man himself, Phil Kessel, who has scored 992 career points. So the 2006 draft has many incredible forwards who have already proved that they are some of the best. The 2019 draft has many young forwards who have tons of potential. The 2019 draft featured players like the first overall pick Jack Hughes, who scored 99 points last season, Trevor Zegras, who has scored some of the best goals I've ever seen, Dylan Cousins, who scored 68 points last season, Cole Caufield, who was on pace for 46 goals last season before he was injured, Matt Boldy, who scored 63 points last season, and Kirby Dach, who had a breakout season last year with 38 points in 58 games, along with many more great young players. So I think the top forwards from the 2006 draft are definitely better, but the 2019 draft had a lot more depth and has the potential to have some of the league's best players very soon. So I think the 2019 draft wins the forwards category. Next, we'll move on to defensemen. The 2006 draft was pretty weak with defensemen, with the only two notable defensemen being the first overall pick Erik Johnson and Jeff Petrie. Johnson went first overall for a reason, as he scored 15 points in 11 games in the US National Development Program as a shutdown defenseman. He's definitely still a solid defenseman in the NHL, but isn't worth the first overall pick, and staying healthy has been an issue for him. Jeff Petrie was drafted 45th overall by the Oilers and is a solid defenseman in the NHL today. He did show flashes of greatness with the Canadiens in 2021 with 42 points in 55 games, but hasn't been able to replicate that since now and is just an average defenseman. The 2019 draft also only had two notable defensemen, with the 2022 Calder Trophy Moritz Seider and Bowen Byram. Seider was obviously very good in his rookie season, and he put up 50 points in 82 games. He's never missed a single game in his 164-game NHL career so far, and has managed to score 12 goals and 80 assists for 92 points. Seider is a very solid, big all-around defenseman. Bowen Byram, on the other hand, definitely isn't as big or physical as Seider, at a height of 6'1" and a weight of 190 pounds. Byram is already a Stanley Cup champion with the Avalanche and scored 9 points in 20 games that playoffs. Last year, Byram scored 10 goals and 24 points in 42 games. So I think the 2019 draft definitely wins the defenseman category, because both of the defensemen I talked about both have crazy potential. Last but not least, we have goalies. The 2006 draft had some great goalies such as Jonathan Bernier, James Reimer, and Semyon Varlamov. Jonathan Bernier played for many teams in his career, which are the Kings, the Leafs, the Ducks, the Red Wings, and he ended his career on the New Jersey Devils. Even though he's played for so many teams, he's stayed consistently good over the years with his career save percentage of .912 and a goals against average of 2.77. He's also a Stanley Cup champion as a member of the 2012 LA Kings. James Reimer also played for quite a few teams, which are the Leafs, the Sharks, the Panthers, the Hurricanes, back to the Sharks, and he's currently on the Red Wings roster, but hasn't played for them yet. Reimer has also had a pretty consistent save percentage with a career save percentage of .911 and a goals against average of 2.87 over his career. Last but not least, from 2006 is Semyon Varlamov, who's part of one of the best goaltending tandems in the league. Varlamov is currently the backup goalie for Ilya Sorokin, but he's still a really good goalie. In his career for the Capitals, Avalanche, and Islanders, he's put up a career save percentage of .916 and a goals against average of 2.65. The 2019 draft had a few decent goalies with Pyotr Kochetkov, Spencer Knight, and Dustin Wolf. Kochetkov has only played 27 NHL games, but it's been pretty solid so far with a save percentage of .908 and a goals against average of 2.43. Spencer Knight was the highest drafted goalie in this draft, being drafted 13th overall by the Panthers. In his career so far, Knight has made a save percentage of .906 and a goals against average of 2.91. And last but certainly not least, Dustin Wolf, who's only played one NHL game where he led in 1 goal and had a save percentage of .958. He was one of the best AHL goalies last year though, with a save percentage of .932 and a goals against average of 2.09 throughout 55 games. Even though the 2019 draft has had some great young goalies, I think the 2006 draft was definitely better for goalies with some veterans or retired goalies who have had successful NHL careers. So there we have it. The 2019 draft wins this one with a score of 2-1. To find out who they will face off in the next round, make sure to go watch the previous episode. The next episode of this series will be the 2016 draft versus the 2011 draft. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.